Hey guys, how are you doing? My name is Ian. Ian K is the name I go by for the purposes of being a musical artist. My real name is Ian Kurtz. I live in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, which is just the better part of a couple hours outside of Toronto. And I know you guys have been there. Before I get too far into rock and roll and that kind of thing, I just want to take a quick second and extend my sympathies to you guys and your families, and to Scott's family as well. We all know how difficult it is to lose somebody, and I know he's not only your friend but your brother. So that's what rock and roll does to people. So my sympathies to you all. Going forward from there, I'm a guitar player and a singer. And I actually started off in rock and roll playing guitar. I probably like most guitar players, wanted to be up front and be seen and stuff like that on stage, but just didn't really have the balls to get up there and be a singer or anything like that. Somewhere along my musical journey, I was forced into singing. Actually, we had a band. We were on tour. Our singer was sick, and we had dates that we had to complete and that kind of thing, and so we had to find a way to get through our shows. So me and another guy, we took turns learning different songs and whatnot so that we could get through a night and be able to give our singer a break. I realized then, at that time, that hey, this singing thing probably isn't so bad for me, actually, and so I started pursuing it more aggressively, I guess, and started singing for different bands around the town here where I live and that kind of thing. And I've been a guy that always likes to take things one step further, actually. And so I started off doing cover bands, and then eventually I discovered the tribute band scene, and which, by the way, I'm comfortable as a singer, I'm comfortable as a guitar player, I'm comfortable as a singing guitar player. I can drum a bit, that kind of stuff. I can fake it on the keys and that kind of thing too. So where I'm actually most anxious in music is in an audition process of any kind, actually. But getting away from that, I moved out of the cover bands into the tribute band scene. I grew my hair nice and long. Dyed it blonde, and I did the part of Sammy Hagar in a Van Halen tribute band there for a while. I've done Nickelback, I've done Scorpions on guitar. Pardon me. Currently, it was a great opportunity for me, but I came across a Kiss tribute band here in Canada that was looking for a guy to play the role of Paul Stanley. And I had done a gig the night before out of town from here and had to drive for several hours to go audition for this band. But anyway, I went and auditioned, and I got the part, and currently I play the part of Paul Stanley in Canada's biggest Kiss tribute. We're called Destroyer, and if you're interested, we're www.destroyercanada.com, and we tour pretty heavily, for a bunch of working guys and whatnot. We do a lot of stuff. We fly all over the country. I've played shows, probably not too unlike your own selves, where we've maybe 10 people at a show or whatever, to shows ranging right up to 25,000 people a night. I love it. I love playing live. I love being on stage. I'm absolutely at home being on stage, although it's funny that I don't really relish giving a speech at a wedding or anything like that. But I love being on stage. I love singing to a mass of people. One of the points I guess I read on your website is you had asked prospective singers to describe what rock and roll means to them, and so I've been thinking about it actually ever since reading that, because I've never really been able to pinpoint what rock and roll actually does mean to me, other than it's in my blood. It's something I love to do. I love being on stage. I love being in a band. I love, I don't even have to be on stage, actually. I love, when you play with your band and you do a performance, even if you're rehearsing, and it's just super tight and your harmonies are crisp and clear and everything just sounds great. That's what I strive for all the time. I recognize that rock and roll is not, just glamour and, that kind of thing. It's not what probably most people think. I believe that rock and roll is something that you really have to work for. You got to spend your time at home learning your parts, refining your parts, getting to know them. You need to be able to adapt, and often you need to be able to adapt quickly. the way we do things, because the band I'm in now, we live in different cities, and we're 6 hours apart. We just don't even rehearse. So now I'm just fresh out of a surgery here for the last couple of months. I haven't been able to be on stage or anything like that, but I will be back on stage next week. And at the end of that, we're not even going to have a rehearsal. I'm just going to go up on stage, and I know it's going to be fine because I'm going through my parts here. Those guys are going through their parts there, and our harmonies are going to be good. Our guitar parts are going to be good. Our drummer is fantastic, so no issues. But moving on from the hard work aspect of it, I also think that rock and roll is a bit of a brotherhood, actually. And the guys that you tend to be in a band with, you got to treat them right, man, and they got to treat you right, and you can't dick them around, and they can't dick you around. You should be able to say your piece respectfully. Everybody's, I think, entitled to their opinion, and I'm not suggesting that I have an opinion that's stronger than the Stone Temple Pilots' opinion or anything like that. But what I am saying is dialogue is a good thing, and everybody needs to get along, and I work really hard towards that. That's one of the things I really believe in. I'm honest and true. I think if you had to do a character reference on myself or something like that, you would find that probably most, if not all, of the guys that I've ever played in a band with probably are happy to be in a band with me, and most likely because of the fact that I believe in treating people right. It's important, and I don't think that you can have at least sustained success when you're fighting and carrying on like that. So that's in a nutshell, that's what I think about being in a rock and roll band. I know that also, aside from the glamour, there's the whole travel element and whatnot. I've been on these schedules that take 48 hours to complete to do one gig, where you have to fly in, fly out, and you've got layovers and this kind of stuff. And I know all about that. It's not all glamour. You stink sometimes. You're tired. The show, you still have to do the show. You still have to kick its ass. And I love doing that. The whole idea of being on stage for me, with anybody, I'm not even suggesting just with you guys or anything like that, but with anybody at all, is there's a chemistry that exists in your brotherhood, right? You guys create that chemistry by being friends, getting to know each other on stage when you play and that kind of thing. And when you start to put on your performance, that chemistry, I believe, sort of exudes itself to the audience, and the audience responds to that, right? And if they love it, I mean, you guys know, they cheer, they clap, they want more, and they feed you energy back, and it's kind of a continuous loop of energy. And to me, there's nothing like it. Nothing like it at all, actually. It's one of the best things I've ever experienced. Incidentally, I was actually going to write myself out a little bit of a script for this, but I guess as long as I cover the salient points. I'm not a drinker, I'm not a drug doer or anything like that. I'm not a total square or anything. Not like I've never lived or any of that stuff. But, somewhere long ago, I realized that that was not the life for me. And I actually get my natural high out of music probably more than just about anybody, actually. I just love to play. I love to write. I'm writing my own stuff. I actually do have some of my songs on the radio here in Canada. Obviously not to the extent that you guys have. But I'm getting there. I'm writing. I've built myself a little recording space here at my house, and I'm learning how to produce, and it gets better with every song, and that kind of thing. And yeah, I'm moving ahead. But I got to tell you, when I heard this opportunity, I thought, yeah, man, I gotta give that one a try. It's really kind of interesting, I guess, for me, because back in 2009, you guys probably recall that Scott Whelan left Velvet Revolver, and through the circle of people I was playing with at the time, I was able to get in touch with one of the bigwigs from Sanctuary Management, who ignored me promptly. And I ended up sending him a demo of some stuff I'd done in a Van Halen tribute that had really fabulous harmonies in it and whatnot. And at the end of the day, they sent me a couple of songs that I was to write lyrics for and record and send back to them and whatnot. And we all know that, you know, those guys, they never picked anybody, and I guess Guns N' Roses are going to go on and do their thing as they do. But you know, I was pretty stoked, and you know, when I have this opportunity come along again, you know, for the same guy, you know, to me, you know, and you guys don't have to believe in anything or whatever, but to me, it's just kind of a weird sign. So I think that I have to give it a try. I really hope that sometime, you know, we might have the opportunity to get together, bash out a couple of tunes, feel each other out, see how harmonies work and that kind of thing. Like I said, I can play guitar. I've been playing a long time. I got great gear. You know, I actually think regarding my singing that I'm more of a live singer than a recording singer, and I've always felt that way, actually. You just end up with the sterility in the recording environment that, you know, makes most guys feel uncomfortable. However, I also realize that, you know, recording with all kinds of delays and stuff to thicken up your voice can cause to some misleading results. So anyways, guys, I'll just point out again, my name's Ian K. I'm 48 years old. I play guitar. I sing. I would love the opportunity to come and play with you guys. You know, I just can't tell you enough that I'm not going to go on about that, you know, being a great guitar player, a great singer, or anything like that. But you know, the people aspect of being in a band is as important, or sometimes more important, than the music. And I know that I had that covered, and or at least I feel strongly that I have that covered. And I hope that at some point we can get together and give a live audition, give it a go, and see if there's a possibility of working together sometime in the future. That'd be great. So thanks very much. And if it's not me, good luck in your search, guys. Thanks so much.